Good morning. I'm so excited. Today's the day. It's my first day of nursing school. I don't know how I got here. Obviously, I worked really hard to get here, but I'm also just like, I didn't expect this day to actually get here. And I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. Honestly, my biggest concern is I don't know anyone that's really gone through this kind of a program. I mean, I know people do it, but I don't personally know anyone that's done it, so I don't know what to expect. And all I hear about how hard it is, and yeah. But like, I also worked my butt off to get to where I am now. So I think I'll do okay. I don't know. I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. I just had breakfast because I don't even know how long my classes are gonna go until, because I have two different things saying two different times. So I'm just prepared to be there all day. I woke up super early this morning because as soon as I opened my eyes, I was just too excited and I could not go back to sleep. So then I went to the gym, came home, started getting ready, and then I got to take Jacob to work because he has a cute little donut tire on his car because we've had some interesting weather and his tire went flat. So I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. It's about a 15-20 minute drive to get there, and I have to pick up my parking pass, and so I have to be there in about an hour and 15, so probably leave soon. I'm wearing blue scrubs, which is wild to me because for the past 5 years I've worn red scrubs, and now I'm just like in blue, and it's so weird. But yeah, I had to quit my job to do this, which makes me so sad because I love my job. I love all the people, the job, everything about it. I've made so many friends that I can't even comprehend how that's. And hopefully we're still friends now that I don't get to see them every day. But yeah, so I'm gonna do my dishes, clean up a little, have some coffee. I think I have already a quiz in a couple days, even though today's the first day and we haven't been there. And so I've been kind of reading ahead and trying to study for whatever this quiz might be. But yeah, so I'll keep you in tune and we'll see how it goes. Oh, I hope it goes good. Oh my God. Okay, so change of scenery. I am so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is an understatement at this point. I mean, I knew it was a lot of work. I knew it'd be hard work. I knew there was a lot. But I'm just being thrown info that I've never done before. And like other people in my classes haven't either, but there's a lot of people who have worked as a CNA for years leading up to, or even like now, which I don't know how they do it. They still work as a CNA during this program. And I have someone who works at nights and then goes to school like all day, and I'm blown away. I don't have any kids. People with kids, power to ya. I can't do that either. I have a boyfriend and I think he's enough. He doesn't even require much attention. He just needs video games, and I still think he requires enough attention. But yeah, I feel like I've just been so much info, so much reading, and I've read a lot, obviously, for, you know, my previous degrees, my prereqs, and I just feel like this is just jump from one thing to another. Nothing really has tied together at this point, and so my classes don't really go together yet, and that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I know I can do it. I can do it. I know I can do it. I just need to remind myself that I can do it, and I need to pace myself because I'm one of those people where I like to be ahead of things. I like to be 2 steps further. I like to be in next week's modules before, you know, everybody else, and I'm already working on stuff. And if I can't do that, Sometimes I get a little frustrated, I get a little stressed out, and I feel like I'm behind, but I'm not behind. I'm not behind. But I really feel like I am because I'm not ahead. So I'm definitely trying to get a grip of that. But yeah, my first week is over of school, and I started my second week. And basically a recap of my first week was just, here's all this stuff. You got 5 days and there's your test on it. And it's a hands-on, everything in person, hands-on. And right now we're doing, I had like obviously like my hand hygiene check off. My vitals is tomorrow, which I took vitals at my previous job. So I understand how to take vitals. I'm very comfortable with vitals. But I think it's the idea that someone's going to be standing there watching me and I have to follow a procedure. And I know this sounds absolutely bonkers, but my last job, I took vitals, but I didn't really put any kind of nursing and caring into that. That wasn't really required for my job. I just took the vitals. They knew what they were there for. They knew the routine. It was very not personal. So I'm trying to get used to the knocking and walking in and introducing myself. Like, hi, I'm Mindy. You know, like I have to actually like talk to patients, which obviously, you know, you do, but that's what I'm struggling most with. And it's really, it's thrown off my groove, to say the least. Like I'll be, you know, 3 steps into my vitals and then out of nowhere, I'm like, I didn't tell them what I was doing before I did it. And that's really thrown me off. But yeah, so I'm practicing that, practicing assessments, neuro assessments, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm so overwhelmed and it's only beginning of second week. But that's okay. We got this. We got this. Because came home, I'm going to make dinner and I'm going to unwind a little bit and then I'll get into my studying and my assignments and my hands-on stuff because I'm being watched tomorrow. And oh, wow, 2 years of this. We got this. We got this. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to update everyone on my mental status. My health status, oh my gosh, maybe it's because it's like a whole new thing in my life. It's like a whole new chapter. Everything's new to me. I have been going to the gym every single day for the past 2 weeks. Just want to throw that out there. Little pat on the back, if you will. I've been going to the gym every single day. And in the morning. Who is she? I've never done that. Never done that. But yeah, it's really nice to get that out of the way in the morning. I wake up really early. I wake up against my will at like 5:30, go to the gym, come home, and then I usually have some time to like maybe look at my notes. Today I read like a whole chapter before class somehow. I had enough time. And then I grabbed coffee on my way there. But yeah, I've been working really hard on just trying to stay healthy because when I did my prereqs for this program, it was so beyond stressful that I found myself like I really let my health go, like completely. Like, I look back and I'm full of regret. I did really good though. The competitive program I'm in is a lot. It's you know, if you didn't have a 4.0, they would tell you, you know, retake these classes to get your 4.0 because your GPA has to do with how you get in. You know, 150 to 200 people apply, only 30 get in. And so basically your GPA was the biggest factor. You got the most points for that. But if you had to go back and retake any classes to get that GPA up, you would also get docked points for retaking classes. So I worked my booty off and I studied and did homework non-stop for all of my prereqs, which took me probably about a year. It took me about a year to get all my prereqs completely solidified. And I finished with my 4.0, but sitting every single day, I don't think I went to the gym maybe like 2 times in a year, which I used to go to the gym every single day for years. And so I gained about like 30 to 40 pounds. Wow, it's really weird to think about. And it does take a toll on like your mental health. I really think back and my clothes fit different. I feel different. It does take a toll, and I feel like that's obviously one of my main priorities right now is I'm going to school and I'm doing my best, but I want to make sure that I also feel good. I don't want to go to school and then every day think I look miserable, or show up in my scrubs and say, wow, like everyone's talking about, I might be speaking from experience, everyone's talking about how their scrubs fit so awful and they're so big and loose, and I'm like, mine are tight. Like mine are tight. I ordered my first round of scrubs and I had to order more in a larger size, and that's awful. Like it makes me feel awful, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to stay positive, because literally I just keep telling myself what you're doing is an entirely new thing. It's entirely new. It's a new career. It's a new school. Not really, kind of. I've gone there before. But like everything is new. It's a new program. It's a new career, like an ultimate life career. This is all new for me. So I'm just really trying to focus on that and tell myself like it's okay to feel completely overwhelmed and feel like you don't measure up to the people around you, because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Doesn't make them look good if I flunk out. So I'm gonna do good. If I don't do good, they're gonna help me, but I'm gonna do good. They don't need to help me. I mean, I'll take the help if they want to give it. But anyways, yeah. Just wanted to update you guys. My first week was, and I'm making so many new friends. I'm so excited. We have study groups already. Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, I've met a lot of new people, and it's interesting to notice that like all these people in this program, we're all here for the same reason. We're all doing the same classes. We're all doing the same stuff. So it's like, we don't even act like we don't know each other. Like, you know, someone I talked to a week ago, I go and sit down next to them and it's like we've known each other for years. Like, it's very like we are here together and to help each other. Like, we're already having that sense of a team or a community, or, you know, like a family, like a little nursing cohort family. But yeah, so I'm just taking it as it comes. I'll keep you guys updated. Ooh, I am talking so long and I am so sorry, but I really need to show you this bag I got. Hold on. Okay, so I am heavily influenced. Influencers, I'm your main target. I'm your main target. I'm heavily influenced. I love saying that. So I bought this bag, this CALPAK bag. This material, I don't know what it is. I could probably guess, but it's so soft and it feels so nice and I love it. And there's so much room. The amount of stuff that this holds, like, this is massive. This is absolutely massive. But then if you zip it up, it's not as massive as, you know, it really looks like when it's open. It's great. But I can fit, you know, like all my binder and like all that stuff in there. I've got my planner. I've got my notebook, which I really need to organize because putting everything for my classes in one notebook is really throwing me off because I can't tell what's for what class right now. I've got my iPad that Jacob got me for Christmas that I still don't know how to use. And then I have, like, you know, like my pencil pouch. I've got my blood pressure cuff, my stethoscope. But yeah, it's got pockets on the inside. It's got 2 pockets here. It's got a zipper pocket. It's got this pouch here. Probably put some snacks or something, I don't know. And then it's got a front zipper pocket that I've been putting like my wallet in. I have like some, you know, some N95 masks in there because I need those for clinicals and for all my skills stuff, chapstick, because I'm always dehydrated no matter what. And then it has this side pocket, and this side pocket is so big, so big, that when I tell you I can fit my Stanley in a side, I'm heavily influenced. I can put my Stanley in a side pocket of my bag and it fits. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. And there's a little opening where you can put your shoes in it. I haven't had to yet. I probably will, honestly. I have this fear that I'm supposed to be wearing my scrubs and then I don't, and then I show up and everyone else is. So I've been like bringing my scrubs and like on a hanger and just putting them in the back of my car just in case. And sometimes I forget my shoes. So that's actually really good to know that there is that. And then it's got like somehow a zipper here in the back. But this back part is where you attach it to like your suitcase. So you can, you know, wheel around the airport with it. Because I'm pretty sure this is meant for a travel bag. But it fits all my stuff in it. And then it just goes over your shoulder, or it's got the, you know, carrying straps here. I love it. I'm obsessed. They had a code to get money off. I already signed up for it, and obviously the codes expire, so then I used my coworker's work phone to subscribe to text to use that to get my 10% off. So I love it, and I saved money. But yeah. But that's pretty much it. That's my update. Stress on stress on stress, but I am staying so positive. It's not even funny. I'm staying so positive. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully everything keeps staying this way. Bye. So I've done a lot of filming, not a lot, but like some. I kind of just wanted to come on here. Took my badge off. I kind of just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about, I don't expect to divulge everything on this channel, this video, these videos. If I put up another video, who knows? I don't know. It's just, I want to be able to look at, you know, where I was at in the future and just kind of look back and be like, wow, like you were a hot mess, or like, wow, you really, like you knew what you were doing. Maybe you can help people, you know, stuff like that. You know, I don't really want to push any kind of boundaries or talk about anything that could jeopardize my situation, or you know, any kind of, I don't want to say privacy, because obviously privacy, but I'm so new to this that like that's not going to be an issue. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking to, like, that's a no-go for me. But more so, you know, specific situations, things I find myself in. Like, I don't know if that's, you know, like specific assignments. I'm not going to film at my school. I'm not going to show my school. I'm not going to bring up my school. I probably won't even talk about where I live. I mean, it's not a big secret, but it's just something that I don't really want to put out all this personal stuff out there. I just kind of want to document my journey going through this new role that I've kind of taken on in my life. Like, this is something that I, you know, 3 years ago, if you would have asked me, hey, do you want to be a nurse? My answer was no. No. That was no. I told people no. But now like, obviously everything has changed, and my mindset, my view on the world, I feel like has changed. I'm more open to a lot more things, and just kind of, you know, what role do I want to do? What do I want to do with my life? All that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's more so what I was kind of hoping with this idea of videoing was just, or like recording, was kind of what I'm doing. Like, what do my days look like? What if, you know, how do I study? I just took my first exam, and I did really good. I did very, very good, as opposed to, I don't know what just happened outside, some loud noise. As opposed to what I thought I was gonna do. I mean, I told myself going into it, like, you're gonna get 100%, you know this. But, you know, there's always that feeling deep down inside of like, well, what if I don't? Or, you know, like something like that. And so I kind of had this feeling of like, you're gonna do good, but what if you don't? And I think I kind of, after taking that exam, like I did really good. And I kind of just thought I could show how I study, how I'm grasping all of this, because this is all brand new concepts that, I mean, I've heard of, you know, this kind of like stuff in the past. Obviously I took A&P leading up to this, so I'm aware of stuff that happens in the body and effects of stuff and how things can happen. But I'm not aware of like the process, like, you know, all the nursing processes and how to get through assessments and stuff like that. Like, you know, I've been teaching myself all about how the body functions, but I never told myself that when you walk into a patient's room, you need to, you know, provide privacy and introduce yourself. It's such a simple concept, but it's one of those things that I never really thought about, paid attention to. And yeah, so everything, it's a lot of new stuff that I'm just trying to grasp, and not just grasp and be able to perform well on the exam, but then, you know, next week is a different exam, so I'm going to study for that and forget everything. You know, like I don't want that to be the case. So I'm kind of working through how I study, how I convince myself that you know this stuff. Like you've seen it, you've read it, you've worked with it, you've thought about it, you've dreamt about it a couple times. Like you know this stuff. Just remember it when you're sitting at the proctored computer and you're answering all those questions. That's like kind of like that kind of a thing. But yeah, so I don't really want to get into any kind of stuff about my program or what I'm doing or my assignments or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, if you have questions, you can ask. But anything specific, not answering. I'm not dealing with that. That's a scary world out there. But yeah, just got home. It's about just after 1. I really want to take a nap. I just feel like assignments they're worth it. They're worth the time. They're worth the effort. You have to do them. I mean, obviously, you know, like you have an obligation to do this kind of stuff. But points-wise, God, I wish assignments were worth more because I spent so much time on this stuff last night. I didn't sleep. I think I went to bed at like 3. My alarm went off at 5. Oh my God, that's 2 hours. My alarm went off at 5. I hit snooze in my sleep 3 times until Jacob yelled at me to get up. And by that time, I was already too late to go to the gym before school. Yes, that is my goal, is to go to the gym every single day, or at least do something physical every day. But so I'm trying to do it in the morning before school, because then it kind of wakes me up a little more, and I feel like my day's already started, and I'm not like groggy and showing up to class like super tired and like, you know, yawning over and over again and falling asleep, and then like halfway through finally feeling awake. Like I want to feel awake before I get there. So I've been trying to go to the gym before classes start, which is like a different time every day. But today was not happening. I hit snooze so many times, and then when I finally got up, it was too late. So then I just got ready and I got to school early, kind of met with some people and talked to them about stuff going on, and kind of went over some more assignments that take more time. So we kind of like talked about like how we're gonna work around our schedules and get this extra stuff in, because, you know, you get thrown more assignments, but the old ones are still there. The ones that you do every day and every week, those are still there. But here's some more, and then some more projects, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I think it's a lot of work for how, I don't want to say little time, because it is a lot of time, but it's a lot of, like, basically you got to know so much within a set period of time that it's like, not just knowing it, but you really need to be able to act on it and be responsible with it and reliable to know it, you know? So you gotta study, you gotta know your stuff. And I think that's really, it's taking up all my time. It's taking up all my time. I don't know if you can hear that dump truck backing up, but it's definitely loud. But yeah, so I got home. I might take a nap because I am incredibly tired. I don't know what I'm going to film, because obviously we're not going to my school. We're not doing any of that. I'm not really taking y'all with me anywhere. But I guess I could film, you know, my life. I can show you a B-roll of me making coffee in the morning. Just kidding. My coffee is not exciting. The machine does it for me anyways. But one thing that's really exciting, and I'm definitely going to film it for myself, is I am going to my favorite place. I know it's not Disneyland. Disneyland's a close, like, very close second. But I love Disneyland. I absolutely adore Disneyland. I love Disneyland. I love Disney World. We love to go there. We got our passes. That's a thing. But I think my number one place that I love to go is to New York. And because I have no self-control, literally zero, less than zero. It's not possible, but I have less than zero self-control. The Broadway tickets have been purchased, and we're gonna go see Moulin Rouge with Aaron Tveit. my friend and I are going, and Jacob is coming with. It was funny because she said her husband's not going because he doesn't like the cold and he doesn't like musicals, which is why we're going. And I said, well, Jacob's going because he loves Aaron Tveit and I love Aaron Tveit, and he's back on Broadway for just a short amount of time. So we're gonna go do that. That is coming up really quick because it's a very last, I wouldn't call it a last minute decision. I would say a last minute purchase. The decision was already kind of made. We just didn't get to purchasing stuff. But yeah, so that's officially been purchased, and that's happening in less than a month. So I'm definitely gonna film that because I love New York. I love everything about New York. I love walking through New York. Even, you know, sometimes I fear for my life walking through parts of New York, but then I'm just like, oh my God, like, you know, these are experiences that like I will never forget. And so I definitely want to film some of that and kind of, you know, keep that in my pocket so I can look back on that in my life, because what a fun thing to do. But yeah, I have my Christmas tree is still up. I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but it's there. It needs to come down, but unfortunately and I want to take it down. I want to take it down so bad. But the container that I have for the tree to go in, like that, like, what's it called? Tupperware. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Basically, the container that you take, I take the tree because it's not real. I don't have a real tree. I wish I did. But I guess a fake tree will do for now. I've had it a couple years. My mom gifted it to me so graciously. The tree is going to be taken into its 3 different parts and put into a container that I already have, but the side, there's only 2 locking sides to close it so I can store it for a year. One of them is gone. And I think I bought it last year, not realizing that one was gone. So now wanting to put it back, I'm like, oh, do I want to tape the box shut again? Not really. So, but I don't think anywhere even has those containers right now because, you know, we're kind of through January. So I'm gonna have to tape it, and I think that's just taping it is the one thing that's keeping me from putting it into that box. So I would like to take that down eventually, but I have my Valentine's Day decor out. I have a few things, and yeah, this little, you know, little pops of pink and red and hearts and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's that cute little red blanket that's behind me. It's got some hearts, and then there's a pink one down there. Both of those were gifted from my old coworkers when I left my job. Saddest thing I've ever done, but I've never felt so loved when they all say goodbye. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of an update. Just kind of what's going on. I've been studying like crazy. That's all I do, and I'm trying to maintain somewhat of a social life. It's funny because I just bought this book, which I might show later on, I don't know, but I just bought this book, and she sent stickers with it, and they're like these little tiny little stickers that you just like put on your stuff. But one of the stickers that's on top, I haven't opened it, but the very top one just says, "I can't, I'm in nursing school." And I'm like, if there's anything that ever rang true to me right now is I can't, I'm in nursing school. Like, even if I'm not in school, school's happening, I'm doing school. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of an update. I just made some lunch, probably gonna take a nap, and I'll see you later. See if you stick around, you stick around. If not, it's okay. I'm just trying this out, seeing what it's like.